Yo, welcome back to the channel. Mahalo for joining. Today we got part 3 of Pokemon hunting in Japan. We're checking out some shops in Akihabara. These shops had the craziest inventory. Exactly what I was looking for. Stay tuned, check it out. Let's go. First up, we're checking out PDG Collector Shop. This place is world famous and I've heard about them years ago. I wanted to make sure I made time to visit them this trip, and they did not disappoint. So as you can see, they have 2 stores in this building. There's a 7th floor and a 9th floor. This building in general is super crazy. There's multiple card shops here, but you'll see as I go through it. As soon as you walk in, you see this back wall, multiple displays, well lit, and all the cards are segregated nicely. Love the easy to read price tags, and they also listed the condition of the cards. They had some crazy heat in here, and a lot of the new stuff that just dropped too, so you know they're popular and people are coming to them to sell stuff. They also had a huge collection of vintage, as you can see here. So if you're wondering about the difference between the 2 shops, this first shop on the 7th floor is all singles. So if you're looking for singles, this is a shop you go to. The shop on the 9th floor as well, you'll find all your slabs. This back wall was pretty cool too. They had a whole bunch of memorabilia, some cards, all kinds of stuff. Most things I've never seen before. And when I say heat, I ain't lying. Check out these singles. Look at that Charizard. Last raw sold for $2,000. Besides the Charizard, you got the Megas, you got the Rayquazas, you got the Shinings. It's so cool. They had some crazy heat in here. Can't forget about those 2 ponchos up there and the Yokohama Pikachu. Once you have your fill in here, you can head out the door. Quickest way to get up to the 9th floor is up these stairs. And you get a cool view of Akihabara. I loved how this store had a display case too. They had some bear bricks, they had a bunch of Shohei Ohtani stuff, and of course some cool Pokemon stuff that I've never seen before either. They had a good selection of slabs, new and old. Had a bunch of Journey Together, some older tag teams, nice Charizards, those Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon from Generations. Super nice cards. This whole Pikachu display had me going crazy. Had some of the craziest promos, a lot of stuff I've been looking for. Pikachu promos in general are going crazy right now. I mean, they always do, it's Pikachu. But still, those 2 Yokohamas on the top. I'm missing that submarine one and the one with the 3 Pikachus to complete my set. I had my eye on that submarine one but didn't pull the trigger. They also had these full sets for sale. So you can see this one was going for 220,000 yen, which comes out to about 1,490 US dollars with today's conversions. this 25th anniversary set was going for about $4,742, but included a ton more cards. When I priced it out, it seemed about right. This crazy evolution set was going for about 3,387 US. It had all the evolutions, Pokeballs, even the Unabaga collab, all in PSA 10s. Overall, I say PDG held up to the hype. They had some super cool cards, and this is one of the best shops I went to. Customer service was very cool, people were very friendly, and they helped you without bothering you. Highly recommend you checking it out. Next stop is Otachu Akihabara. So like I was saying, this building was crazy. So these guys are on the 8th floor in between the two PDG shops. Didn't know what I was expecting when I walked into here, but I was pleasantly surprised. They had a ton of singles, a ton of displays, well lit, and the staff was super cool. Prices were a little higher, but nothing outrageous. I found some cool cards in these displays too. They had a wide variety to choose from, ultra modern, vintage, even Japanese exclusive stuff. I had a good time checking all this stuff out. Their Japanese vintage section was crazy. And I thought it was pretty cool how they had these little wanted signs so you know they were looking for these cards. Throughout the store there was these buy limit signs. This is the first time I saw this while I was in Japan, so I'm guessing the store must have been crazy busy and people must have been buying out all their stock. This Oyama's Pikachu is only going for like 271 USD. If I knew that, I should have picked it up. Price shot up to close to 350 last I checked. This was the biggest display and variety of Japanese expedition that I saw while in Japan. These cards are so nice. Overall, Otachu was pretty cool. All I did was window shopping here, but I got to see some really cool cards. Must be super interesting being in between the two PDG shops, but they're totally different. So it was cool to see how they set their stuff up and the variety of stuff they had, from modern, ultra modern to vintage. Pretty cool shop. Recommend you checking it out, especially if you're at PDG. It doesn't hurt to check them out. So in the same building, you make your way down, you get to the 4th floor, we got our next stop, Eldorado. So this building is just crazy. 4 different Pokemon stores or TCG stores all in one building. Pretty much a one-stop shop. I kept seeing the same customers in all 4 stores, so everybody's kind of pinging back and forth and seeing what each other had. But this store was cool. I liked how it was lit well, nice displays. Everything was segregated nicely, you know, vintage, modern, new stuff. They did also carry a bunch of other TCG stuff. So if you're in the building and checking out the other shops, it doesn't hurt to come here and look too. I spent probably the least amount of time in here, but it wasn't because this shop was the worst or the others were better. This one just had a little smaller floor plan, and less to look at, but nevertheless it was cool. If you're in Akihabara and checking out these other shops, I'd for sure stop by here and see what they have. They had some really cool stuff, a lot of vintage, and I'm sure you can find something. The fun thing about Pokemon card hunting is it's really like you're hunting. You know, you never know what you find, where you find, and everyone's looking for something different. Our last stop for Akihabara, I actually stumbled upon by accident, but I'm super glad I did. It's Sneaker Dunk TCG in Akihabara. And when I say they had heat, they had the craziest heat. They had pretty much every chase card you was looking for. The stuff you see on social media, the stuff you see on these huge auctions, the stuff you see on eBay. Just look at this front display. As soon as you walk in the store, you got all the Pikachu ponchos, Pikachu stamp cards, Gray Felt, you got the Van Goghs, you got the Mario Luigi's, and so on. It's crazy. They even had the Chinese exclusives right there. That being said, this is totally a window shopping shop, for me at least. Prices were crazy, outrageous high. I'm guessing it really is kind of like a tourist trap, and it's a reselling thing, but they did offer tax-free and you could pay by credit card. So you would get some price breaks, but it still wouldn't be enough to offset the difference in cost. All that aside, this shop really had what dreams are made of with Pokemon cards. They have cards displayed that you know of, cards you never knew of, cards you wish you had, etc. It was crazy. It was nicely broken down. You had all the trainers, you had the crazy heat in the front, you had the modern, you had the vintage. It was all in their nice little showcases. This place was super busy. I mean, it was crowded, and there was a ton of workers kind of going around and helping people. So customer service was good, and you know, eye candy, eye appeal was 10 out of 10. What was cool is they had a little bit of everything. They still had a vintage section with, you know, top pools. More modern stuff from 151 and stuff like that. So you could pretty much find anything you was looking for in here. Any big chase card at least. This case was super interesting. It was a case full of sealed promos. So as you go through it, you can see there was EVs, Unobagas, all kinds of stuff. Just a bunch of sealed promos, Pokeballs, Master Balls. This was a really cool case to look through. More promos on this end. Captain Pikachu's. They had all kinds. They even had mystery packs like the other stores. Every Japanese Pokemon store does these. When I go back there later this year, I'll make sure to pick one up, just to kind of show you guys the process. But yeah, this front section was where all the heat was. This is what draws the crowd for sure. But prices was crazy, like I said. So like the Mario poncho was going for like 16,000. and the Luigi maybe like 11,000. That was way over market at the time. But then again, there's probably not many stores in Japan that you can see all these cards firsthand and in person. Sneaker Dunk was for sure a store you gotta visit. If you're looking for heat and you got the money to spend, this is the place to do it. If not, even just to look at it and take some cool pictures. This is definitely a spot you gotta hit up when you're in Akihabara. That's it for the 3-part series of Pokemon card hunting in Japan. Mahalo guys for joining. Hope you enjoyed it. Really appreciate y'all. Let me know in the comments if you guys ever go to Japan and if you guys have any questions. Take care of yourselves. Aloha.